Sometimes we forget just how much power we actually have in our own lives. It's easy to fall into a victim mindset, blaming our circumstances, our parents, our friends, or the world around us. And sure, those things influence us, but at the end of the day, we, the individuals, are the ones steering the ship. We are responsible for the way we respond, the choices we make, and for the lives that we build. Now, I know that's a bold claim. I also know that it's one that I can only make from a place of privilege. I'm writing this from a warm house with food in the fridge and parents who support me. I'm not blind to that. But even with that acknowledgement, I believe this. While we are shaped by others, we are defined by what we do. That's why I love this quote from John R. Miles, host of Passion Struck, when he came on my podcast, The Grateful Podcast. The most incredible person you're ever going to meet is the person who stares back at you in the mirror. But the biggest critic, the biggest barrier to achieving what that person in the mirror wants is also that person in the mirror. It's so true. We are incredible, but we also are often the ones that are standing in our own way. How many times have you known exactly what you should do, but didn't? You should work out, but you hit snooze. You should read, but you scroll. You should go to bed, but you're still tapping away at midnight. We trade long-term growth for short-term comfort. We know better, but we don't always act like it. And that's okay, because once you realize it, you can start changing it. You can start building that muscle, the one that chooses discipline over impulse, dreams over distractions, growth over comfort. This week, I've been thinking about what it means to actually love the journey. Not just the idea of it, but the real thing, the slow progress, the hard choices, the quiet wins that no one sees but you. And that's what this whole podcast that I'm trying to build is about. That's what a lot of the episodes I've been releasing have been diving into. And that's what I hope that you take with you. So without further ado, it's the longest intro I've done for one of these solo episodes, but welcome to the Grateful Podcast. It is episode 55 of the Grateful Podcast, and another solo episode. For those of you that don't know, every Sunday night I sit down and I record a solo episode for around 20 minutes to just, it's kind of my diary. I talk about what I've been thinking about, and I articulate it in a way so that I can get better at talking for my podcast, make a better product for you guys, and hopefully share something that you can all take something away from. Recently, it has been this loving the journey, and it seems like every week it is something similar to that. And something that I think I should be totally honest about you guys with is the reason that I talk so much about loving the journey and being present and optimizing for fulfillment over external success is because all of those things are things that I am horrific at. For so many years, or 2 years, I guess. No, it's been a struggle my entire life, but the past few years it's been very prevalent where I've been trying to change. I've been trying to be more present and live the best life that I possibly can live. But in that, there's been such a struggle balancing what I want in the future and what I want now. And the hardest thing is realizing that the quickest way to your goal is just by genuinely being present in the moment. And it's the hardest thing to do. And I'm horrible at it. That example I gave in the intro where I know I should be going to sleep because it'll help me in the future and it'll help me feel better, but I'm too busy tapping away. That's me. And it's not like I'm scrolling on Instagram. Genuinely, I'll just be in my bed and I'll end up sending like 30 DMs when I was supposed to go to bed. And next thing I know, I'm going to sleep and it's like 11 p.m. I was supposed to be asleep an hour and a half ago. It's how it rolls, and it's my biggest problem. And that's why I talk about it so much, because I believe that you should help people with the problems that you're closest to. And this, to come back to the way I started this with that quote from John Miles, that was an incredible episode, by the way. I think I titled it "Why External Success Will Never Satisfy You." And he said that You are the most incredible person you'll ever meet, but you're also your biggest barrier. And it's so true because you know what you need to do to get something done. And you're the one that would stand in that way. Yes, there are other people and other external things that are deciding certain things in our lives. But in the end, I find it pointless to blame anything in our lives on anyone but ourselves. That's helped me in this whole dilemma of going after the future and whatever, because I could easily blame my internal discomfort on school or the podcast or scholarships I have to get done or the college search, which is almost over, by the way. I could easily blame it on so many things. I could blame it on my parents making me help out around the house, which I should do more of, actually. But no, because if you're blaming things on other people, you're never actually going to make the change. And so what I did at the beginning of this podcast is I took ownership of, yeah, there's this huge problem and I see it and I'm aware of what I should be doing, but I'm not doing the things that I need to be doing to get there. Isn't that crazy? That you know for sure, or I know for sure, what I could be doing to make my life objectively better, but I don't do those. So many people do it. And yet so many people are going to blame external sources on that misery that they know is being caused by something they're doing. By taking responsibility for the way that you feel and for the things in your life, you're giving yourself a solution. Playing a sport, I like to think, like especially in baseball, it's really easy to blame the umpire, right? Oh, I struck out looking. That wasn't a strike. That was a ball. This actually happened last week. I'm in the middle of my baseball season, and I struck out looking, and it was a ball. Umpire even told me after, like, that was a ball. So do I blame that? Do I blame me striking out on him? No. No. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself, because it was my fault. If I had swung at that curveball that he called strike three, maybe I would have made contact. I should have known better. I should have protected the two strikes. For all you baseball people out there, I'm sorry. But you should take responsibility for things so that you can change them. This whole culture of blaming people it's just not productive for becoming better. It's issuing the blame and forgetting about it, but not solving any problems. It's this whole idea I talked about last week of miserable righteousness. You are correct. You're putting the blame on someone else. Maybe the blame should objectively go there, but you're not going to get better from that. You're sacrificing progress for your image. That's never a good long-term investment. Something I wrote down earlier today is that the person in the mirror is both your hero and your villain. Choose wisely who you become. And that's so related to this. The person that you're looking at right now, if you're looking in a mirror, in a reflection, whatever, you know what you need to do. And you are the one. No one's coming to save you. You are the one that needs to take the action to get you to a better place. Another thing I wrote down earlier was, you're not tired, you're distracted. Go do the thing. Man, this one hits hard. And I don't know if I was writing this more out of pure, I feel really tired right now. How do I convince myself to go do the work I want to do or need to do? Or if it's actually true. But I was thinking about, and this episode is all over. I really apologize for those of you listening to it. I try to keep a single focus on these normally, and this one is all over the place. But I think it still is going to have value in it. So stick with me and make sure to review the podcast down below if you're liking what you're listening to. So you're not tired, you're distracted, go do the thing. I was thinking yesterday about how our rest as humans is actually not rest. If we want to go take a rest, many of us will go watch a movie or watch a TV show, even reading a book, or scroll on Instagram, right? All these things are filling our mind with information. Our physical body may be at rest. Yes, maybe our physical body's recovering, but our mind isn't. And that's what really needs a rest. So yesterday I just took some time and I just laid down. I didn't sleep, but I just laid down and I had my thoughts. I gave my thoughts a time to just collect. And I felt so energized after that. So much more energized than I feel after watching an episode of a TV show or scrolling on Instagram. Because my brain had a time to reset. It had time to rest and think about the information it had been given. That is what true rest is. And so the people that claim they're burnt out, myself included, I felt burnt out and I made that claim this week. Those people, they're not resting correctly. Everything is so jam-packed. And the time in between things, at least in my personal experience, when I am feeling burned out, the time in between things I take to attempt to do things, I don't end up actually getting done. And so I'm distracted and I'm not effective. And it just takes energy away. And I don't get any reasonable output out of that time. So if you have very minimal time, I think working in structured quiet time for your brain is very important into actual productivity. And I think if you want more on this, check out my episode that comes out this Wednesday with Carl Poulin. He is the author of Your Time, Your Way and one of the biggest productivity experts out there. Another thing I wrote down earlier is you don't need more motivation. You need to stop negotiating with yourself. The more that you try to make deals with something, the more that you try to negotiate something that you've already decided, the more you're giving in to some other version of yourself, the more you're teaching yourself to stop trusting your own voice. Success isn't complicated. It's doing the boring stuff you know you should do over and over when no one's watching. And if you're giving in and negotiating with this part of you that's saying not to do the thing that you've already committed to doing, you're moving away from that consistency and that trust you've built with yourself. Any person that you love, you trust them. You build trust with them. You make sure they keep the promises that they make to you. If they say, I'm going to be at the gym at 6 a.m. tomorrow and they don't show up, you're a little angry with them. So why is it any different for yourself? Why, if you say, I'm going to get up and work out at 6 a.m. and you hit the snooze button and you wake up at 7:30 and you're late for work, why are you not as mad at yourself as you would be if that were a friend? Why do you cut yourself slack that you don't cut other people? This is another dilemma I've been thinking about a lot recently, because I will say I'm going to do something and I will do it. But sometimes, especially when it comes to working out in the mornings right now with my busy schedule, I slack off and I don't get it done. If my friend told me he was going to do that and then he didn't show up, I would be mad. And I would say it. I'm one of those people that I would say, yo, you didn't do that. Why? Why would you not show up to something you said you were going to do? The difference between me and I think a lot of other people's natural tendencies is I will get mad at myself and beat myself up for not showing up. So there has to be this happy medium. And I think one of it comes down to not being overly ambitious, knowing and prioritizing rest, which is one of the hardest things in the world for me, and not setting yourself up to fail and to cultivate this relationship of mistrust with yourself. Another one that was along these lines is you're not lazy, you're just addicted to comfort, and comfort is cheap dopamine pretending to be rest. So you see where my mind of go, 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 go comes from, right? I don't like to rest. And that needs to be something I build in my schedule so I can be more effective and I can be less rambly on things like this. Stop blaming the algorithm. You open the app, you scrolled, you stayed, take your power back. I like that one a lot. All right. To end it, the most dangerous voice in your life isn't out there. It's the one inside you, convincing you to stay the same. Hope all you go out, you make a change in your lives. You're the person that can make the biggest difference in your life. Don't wait for someone else to come save you. Don't wait to just stumble upon purpose. You have to create it yourself. Don't wait to create the life you want. Don't wait to be happy. Don't wait to be present. Do it right now. It's all in you. It's all on you. You have the choice. You have the power to do that. Anyone that says, I don't have the power to do that, is making an excuse for themselves to satisfy their instant gratification and satisfy their needs for comfort right now. Embrace discomfort. Try it out for at least a little bit. You won't regret it. You won't go back. That's what I'm leaving you with. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please subscribe to the Grateful Podcast wherever you're listening. Leave a review. Send this to any friends you think would enjoy it. I'm very sorry for the quality of my talk today. I've been insanely busy, but I just wanted to keep up the streak of doing this. Thank you. Have a great week. I'll see you on my other episodes.